Hey Zook family, it's Monday night, and that means we're meeting more regional heroes. These DJs need a little introduction individually in Malaysia. We've got Chuno, we've got Mike, and we've got Ramsey, but as a collective, they've come together as White Noise. Ramsey, explain to me what you guys are doing together at the moment.
Okay, so we formed White Noise as a music collective. Um, One of the main reasons behind White Noise is to try to unite the Malaysian music scene. We're starting off locally first, and then hopefully to expand around the region, Southeast Asia, and hopefully the whole of Asia along the way. So we comprise of like the three of us, three different individuals of like for me as Ramsey Westwood, I'm more of a trance person, but in the white noise dynamics, I'm focusing more on my alter ego called Ram-Z. So it's more of a bass orientated kind of direction. So the three of us combined is more of a combination of bass music from the three of us into one dynamic of a group. That's one of the main reasons of White Noise. Secondly, would be to unite the scene in not just the three of us, but of course expanding later on by getting people to join the music collective, artist management. We will go into that sometime in the future, as well as a music label. So all in all, it's start of a foundation of where the backbone is music orientated. Yeah, that's the purpose of White Noise actually.
It's fantastic that you guys are collaborating, not only, as you say, to show one Malaysia feel, to unite the music scene in Malaysia, but also you've mentioned to me previously, Ramsey, that you're looking to give a chance to new up-and-coming acts around the region as well. You're looking at a production arm, also looking at almost an artist management arm. So what will you be doing for young up-and-coming artists in Malaysia?
What we would do is we would actually talent scout them. So if they have the potential in like maybe DJing, or they are probably a good producer, a potentially good producer, but they don't have the right foundations as to take it to the next level. So that's where we come in. We nurture them and we put them into the right direction in the scene. So for example, like if a music producer, okay, for example, that person could produce good music, but they don't know what's the next step or what to do next as a music producer. So maybe we will come to the picture, we'll bring them into our belt, maybe teach them DJing, so they would be equipped with the DJing skills. So when the time comes, we can also push them out as an artist, not just a producer, but also a DJ. And then DJs, on the other hand, if they're lacking the production background, that's where we come in to, we can teach them, or we can guide them as to how to actually produce music based on the genres that they like and how they would want to portray themselves as an artist, like finding the right sound for them. So I think it's all a backbone of what White Noise could do for producers and DJs alike.
It's awesome. It's fantastic that you're showcasing not only your experience and your talents together, but you're giving opportunity to young up-and-coming Asian artists, which hopefully will give them a platform. So we know Ramsey well. We've interviewed him before. He's played in Zoot Genting with Genix before, and also he's done two awesome streams for us with probably, I would say, amongst the best visuals that any DJ has offered with regards to digital. But Mike and Chuno, let's get to know you a bit better. I know you spent a year performing at a very high level in China. You've performed in Malaysia. So Chuno, give us a little bit about your background and how you ended up connecting with Mike, and also how you ended up in White Noise.
So I started DJing back in 2014, playing small gigs and places like Stratosphere, The Roofs, and all. And along the way, I met Mike, I think, somewhere in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, because I played at a club called Gravity before, which is no longer there. So that's where I met Mike, and I guess we didn't really get close until he invited me to be part of the DJ roster for the residency job in China, which we were based in Kunming, to be exact. And after spending a year over there, we came back. And during that year, when we came back, we wanted to start this collective. And along the way, we met Ramsey as well. And we thought, the three of us would be a good fit into starting this whole Whit3 Noiz collective. And true enough, it's been everything we expected. And we hope that we will be able to reach more and reach our goals, I'd say.
So I understand, Mike, you guys are not just DJs, but when you come together as Whit3 Noiz, you also bring different skill sets to the table with regards to production, with regards to streaming, with regards to DJing. So how do the three of you play to your strengths as a collaboration?
I mean, we have our own different expertise. Like, I'm from a very club industry background that I learned a lot of, like, from DJ, from visuals to productions. I've gained access to all these different fields to how to make a club work. So, and Chuno, he knows a lot of those computer technical stuff. And Ramsey, of course, he's very good with music directions and lay out how the music flow should be. So when we started the stream, we all come together with three different set skills, which why makes the stream so good. So which is, you can see from our stream that we have very good clean audios to very nice overlays during the streams, and also visual background with very club quality, top-notch quality of visuals that blends together. So which is why make our stream so good, because it's not just one person doing everything, but it's an effort of 3% coming together, and how we make the product looks good.
So Ramsey, tell me, I know you very well as a trance DJ. I'm a huge trance fan. Everyone that watches this series will understand that, but you're not directly focusing on trance in this collaboration. It's more of a bass feel. So how would you describe the sound that Whit3 Noiz is both producing and putting out?
Okay, so the three of us, myself, Ramsey, Chuno, and Mike, we will be incorporating our own aliases. So Whit3 Noiz will be a whole, and then divided into the three of us. What I would say in terms of production, we would come up with stuff that we like personally. For example, like Mike likes stuff with good melodies. Chuno likes the fist bumping, that heavy hitting, fast BPM, fast tempo stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like something with a good bass line. So whatever it is, as long as we keep to what we like and incorporate our production, our signature sounds, I would say, for our aliases as Whit3 Noiz. And when someone hears it, maybe in the future they'll be like, hey, this sounds like a Whit3 Noiz production, but then which of the person, who's the person that is releasing it? So it could be either three of us, or maybe in the future it would be whoever else that's under our belt, like maybe when we get artists to come on board. As of course, that will be in the long run of things when Whit3 Noiz comes out as a label for the start. So I think what we could expect from the three of us would be music with bass, with good bass, I would say. Yeah,
that's good. That means you can smash my speakers to pieces, which is always So I feel we have a very good understanding of Whit3 Noiz, and we can't wait to see the mix you've put together for us. But let's deep dive into you guys as individuals as first. I've spoken, Ramsey, many times about inspirations in music, and I feel that there's an obvious trend with different DJs and who inspired them to get going. Which sound nowadays, and we'll go individually, do you find most resonates with the music that you would like to create? Who inspires you when it comes to a production side? Mike, who is a sound that you really like yourself?
Like Ramsey said, that my signature is all about the vocals and melody. So during my early days of DJ, the first DJ that gave me the inspiration would be Cascade, because Cascade track during his early career to current sound is still have his very signature melody and very dreamy yet catchy vocals that drives people to I think it's like brings you to a whole different space. And if you say current inspiration, that would be Stone Bank, which is a UK hardcore artist. he produced a lot of tracks with I think as well. So, oops. So,
Chuno's so excited he nearly knocked his.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, guys. I love Stone Bank, by the way. So
yeah, so yeah, currently these two are my most go-to artists and producers right now. That gives me the best of both worlds in terms of melody and.
So I guess for me, yeah, Stone Bank is one of them as well. But if you talk about other UK hardcore artists, I'll say Gamma, Gamma, Darren Styles, as well as Keizo and Packbot Nerds, people like these. And also if you have listened to a guy called House of Panda before. So these guys are very like bass driven kind of guys who create this interesting, simple melodies that really like resonate with you. Like it somehow can just brings up the emotion, but like it's always twisting, it's always changing. So I'd say, yeah, these guys are probably my inspiration currently to, if I were to produce tracks like them, it would be in the style of like a very fast BPM bass house and a crossover with UK hardcore kind of sound. So you have the little dubstep wobbles and like, fast beat and, simple melody, but hit the right spots, let's say.
Before Ramsey tells us his, I've noticed in our streams, Ramsey, you get a real strong family support in your sets. And I think this is one of the most awesome things I've seen in the last 13 weeks, to see your family really come out to give you support, because our industry is one that's often frowned upon by family members when you first get into the club game. But as you guide us into what got you into DJing, Ramsey, tell us how important it is to you for your family to be behind your back as you pursue your dreams. It's
very important actually, because throughout my teenage days growing up and going into the music direction of things, my mom and dad was always telling me, just do what you want to do, as long as you're happy, doesn't matter if it makes you money or not. And then coincidentally my mom used to be a DJ as well, so that was one of the big inspirations for me. My dad plays the guitar, used to sing as well. So both of my parents were actually music orientated. They come from a music orientated background, I would say. And it's good to see them always supporting. Like there was once I actually performed for Hennessy Artistry in Penang. So I got my mom and dad like the passes, and they came, they partied. My mom and dad got smashed and they went back drunk. So it's good to actually see family members, not just parents, but like my siblings as well, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. I've got a lot of them because I've got a very big family. And throughout the start of my DJing career days, most of the people that came to my small gigs and just random gigs here and there were mostly close friends and family members. So I think that's how it all started for me, fan base wise, and spreading the word. So it's very important to have family support you. I mean, if they were to support you, then it's a good thing. If they don't support you, then you have to prove them wrong that actually music is somewhat
viable option.
You can passion, that sort of thing. Yeah.
So let me ask, are we going to get a live stream back to back, you and Mrs. Westwood?
I've got to train her first though. Because my mom used to play like vinyls, old school records, and I think most places don't have that. Don't have the turntables for her to use, I would say. And even if she has her old records, I don't think it's all playable anymore. So maybe I would have to train her first, like download all the old school retro. And
I've just set you the challenge. I'm waiting. I can start the stopwatch now.
That would be interesting.
I'll take that challenge up.
Yeah.
So I'm always interested to find out more about the personality, and I'm sure our watchers in Singapore, Vegas, and Hong Kong also. So if you guys weren't doing this, you're obviously following your dreams, you're following what you're passionate about. What would you guys be doing elsewhere? I can tell Mike would be a pilot with his earphones, but
yeah, or probably the one that handle the landing.
But Mike, what would you actually be doing if you weren't following this dream? What would be your other choice of career?
I really don't know, because I heavy music influence since I was a kid. So, but there's one thing maybe I would try to think of or try to venture to, maybe is acting, which is one of my childhood dreams, where I used to want to be on the big screen. That, I mean, it's still on the big screen in terms of DJ, but it's a different feel. Instead of doing music related, but it's acting.
Hey, bro, you're on a big screen right now. We're making your dreams come true. We're making your dreams come true.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, Tuna, what would you have pursued?
Oh wow. Well, before I started DJing, I was in the events line and advertising line as well. So it was something that I tried. But if you ask me now, like if what I would pursue if I wasn't DJing, I would say I would definitely go into the food business. Because I cook for a hobby. At the same time, my whole family is in the food industry as well. So I think I would be quite happy there pursuing, like, whether it be cooking or actually running a restaurant or owning a restaurant. Yeah, I guess that was something I would be doing. Yeah. So if you don't know currently, we're actually selling some char kway teow as well.
Yeah.
Good advertising. We'll slip in where to buy it as well. Don't worry. We'll
call this number below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ramsey?
If I was not here pursuing my music career, my career in music, I would probably be in the oil and gas field, because I actually I did offshore engineering. Yeah, working with like oil rigs and diving vessels and stuff like that. So if I wasn't here now in this call with all of you, I would probably be in one of the oil rigs somewhere around the world. Yeah, I would say.
In the middle of the sea.
The ocean somewhere, yeah.
So we've talked about Whit3 Noiz3 making production. Obviously, you guys are music experts. For the guys watching in, are there any new tunes? Perhaps you can all give us one each. New tunes that you're slipping into your sets right now that you can recommend for the people following to check out? Any new artists that you recommend that the guys watching check out? Ramsey?
For the moment, I would say for the style as Ram-Z, this alias that I'm focusing on. The style that I like is actually by Julian Sabulba and Stoltenhoff. So it's guys from Barong. They're very like heavy hitting bass line orientated kind of sound, very distorted, heavy sub kind of direction of things. So I would say check them out. Julian Sabulba and Stoltenhoff. Very
nice.
Good. Yeah.
Nice. Tuna?
I'll say Stone Bank again because I love the guy. I would also recommend Pegboard Nerds. I think Pegboard Nerds are very underrated, and you should definitely check their stuff out. And additionally, you should listen to House of Panda for sure. Yeah, you should listen to these guys, Zuta as well. So check them out. Use their music. Their music is really, really good. So yeah, that's what I recommend.
Awesome. And Mike?
Wow, he took my answer. But I think I would choose someone like it's called New Year, which is a different separate alliance from W&W, which is they're doing a very more fast-paced, big room, but fast-paced kind of tracks. Very uplifting, kind of hard dance, I would say. New Year, that's my pick.
Perfect. And of course, my last question, I ask every single DJ this. The Olympics is coming up. Malaysia have called on you to represent them. Putting your best foot forward, what is the sport that you choose? And I know Ramsey's a sprinter. We know this from previous, so I'm not going to allow him to do the same thing twice. Ramsey?
I would say, besides sprinting, maybe long jump. If not long jump, if it's not in the track and field direction, I would say soccer, football. Because I do play soccer as well. I'm actually playing for a club right now, but everything's on hold because of MCO and social distancing. So we're actually playing for one of the veterans league. It's the age of 30 and above. So yeah, it's called 100 FC, the team that I'm playing with. So yeah, football.
Which position?
I'm a right winger or a centre forward.
Okay, because DJ Nash, the resident from Zoot Singapore, said he played goalkeeper for Malaysia. He's Malaysian. So at least we're starting to make a team out of you guys. So it's good.
Yeah, let's see.
To be honest, I'm very bad at sport, but I always like to watch diving, which is how people elegantly jump from the plank and do some spinning, rotate here and there. Then, but when it falls to the water, it's just one small like drop like that. It's like so perfect, so nice, so beautifully done.
That's good. Thanks to Joseph's schooling, Southeast Asia is on the diving map amongst the best in the world. So that's good. So next after Joseph's schooling, we got Mike Zuka. So that's absolutely perfect. And then Tuna.
Well, of course, I'd say high jump because I used to represent my school, and I know how. I mean, I hate running, so I'll jump, and I do it well. So yeah,
it's perfect. We've got one of you that jumps high in the air, one of you that jumps straight to the ground, and then one of you that runs away. So as a collaborative, you're well suited. And my last question, which I must admit, guys, I've really enjoyed catching up. I've enjoyed meeting you, Mike and Chuno and Ramsey. I always enjoy our talks, but I'm a bit disappointed because I know you've got two furry friends that you're hiding from me. I'm a bit disappointed that you have two mascots, the dogs. Where are they?
Hang on 1 second, I'll get them.
You can't. All the female followers that watch us will be very disappointed, guys.
Let me get one of them in.
This is not. Hello.
Huey, come on.
And it's a little schnauzer, and the other one's Ram. Wait. Hey, she was like, "Oh, hey, I'm on camera."
So introduce one by one, please. Introduce one by one. Chuno, who have you?
Yeah.
Who's your guest today?
This is not our male mascot, black and white, pure breed schnauzer.
Very handsome.
He's looking good. He's got kitted out for today. I'm impressed. And then Ramsey.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Chewy. She's a female schnauzer and a Shih Tzu mix, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So say hello. Hello.
Well, the poor guys at Whit3 Noiz3 are going to be really disappointed when I cut this whole interview into that 5 seconds introduction. but seriously, guys, on a note, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us. It's amazing that two things. One, you've used this MCO time to create a great voice for Malaysian music, which is number one. And number two is that your plan is to support and promote local artists, which is something that will be amazing for such a great nation to get their foot on the map. And there's probably young people who watch us every single week who watch their heroes spin, wonder how they can make it, probably in their bedroom, trying it out, and are probably making great music. I read a great article this week about how Calvin Harris wrote to Defected Records 3 times and got rejected 3 times from his bedroom, and then one day made it. So the fact that you guys have plans to give these people a chance is actually phenomenal. And thanks so much, guys. We can't wait to get you up here. We can't wait for your launch and your streams coming up. And thanks once again for taking the time to chat.
Thank you so much.
It's
our pleasure.
And by the end of MCO, I'll have spoken to Ramsey 50 times, so I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. I can't wait either.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, guys, take care. Look after
Thank you
yourselves.
so much.
Thanks so much
See you.
again.
Bye.